Tonight, Wednesday Night Dynamite, AEW, Tony Khan, AEW's creative team, they have a fantastic chance, opportunity to make one of their biggest stars ever that much bigger. Because tonight, live in Canada, in Winnipeg, if I'm not mistaken, the cleaner himself, the best bout machine, returns to AEW TV after being sidelined with an illness since, I believe, late October, early November of last year. That's right. Kenny Omega is back in the fold. Kenny Omega is back on AEW. And we've got a lot of stories available for him upon his return. But I'm going to go ahead and start with this. Because Kenny Omega stated a few weeks ago, if I'm not mistaken, and I don't recall the name of the wrestling podcast or the interviewer that prompted this response from Omega. But Kenny Omega basically praised the way WWE presented the tribal chief himself, Roman Reigns, for the past 4-5 years as part of the bloodline, as part of the biggest story in pro wrestling in the past 5 years. Furthermore, he added to the fact that Kenny Omega wished that he was presented that way in AEW. And again, you all know what I'm about to say. AEW needs to present certain stars in that same manner. That's how you make fans excited. Casual fans, of course. Those are the fans that you're trying to attract to your product to help your product grow, your business grow. So with that said, of course Kenny Omega's return should be made a big deal. And of course, tonight on Dynamite, Kenny Omega should either be the open of the show or the end segment of the show. Something that, well, they should have done last week with the brand new world champion Swerve Strickland instead of putting him in segment 2, segment 3, and then having him on the B show, Collision. That's not how you present a star. But I digress. Kenny Omega tonight needs to be confronted by the new elite. And that obviously needs to lead to a match with Jack Perry at Double or Nothing. Hell, I wouldn't be surprised if we have Kenny Omega return and not only confront them about the fact that, well, he got fired from the elite, unceremoniously, by the way, but also stand up in honor in the defense of his president, his boss, Tony Khan, after the incident from last week at Daily's Place. And again, you might be saying, well, why not go straight after Okada? The money's right there. The Continental Championship. I've been saying it myself as well. Kenny Omega versus Kazuchika Okada for the Continental title is the plan, has been the plan since Okada made his debut as an official member, full-time member of the AEW roster. But again, I'm thinking long-term. I'm thinking plan this out, let it simmer, let it build. And Jack Perry should be challenging Swerve Strickland for the world title at Forbidden Door, much like Okada versus Omega should happen at Forbidden Door. There isn't a more poetic platform for that match to happen, but we need to build to it. Tonight on Dynamite, Kenny Omega needs to be presented as the big deal that he is in AEW. He needs to beat the crap out of the Young Bucks, his fellow EVPs, swat them away. Not that the Young Bucks aren't a threat, but they aren't the major part of the storyline. He swats the Bucks aside pretty damn easily. In comes Okada. We get the confrontation. We get the face-to-face. The fans in the arena. The fans watching at home get excited about the prospect of this match happening very, very soon. And then Jack Perry appears from behind, attacks the cleaner, and starts setting up this match for Double or Nothing in Las Vegas, Nevada. And since we need to get to Jack Perry challenging for the world title at Forbidden Door, obviously Jack Perry gets the win over Kenny Omega with some interference from Okada, which sets up their Continental Championship match at Forbidden Door. And we get two massive, fantastic matches June 30th in Long Island, New York. But it all has to start tonight on Dynamite by presenting Kenny Omega like the biggest babyface other than the world champion himself that AEW has at this moment in their disposal. Doesn't matter how you do it. You wanna have him confront them because he got unceremoniously fired by the New Elite? Go right ahead. You want to have Kenny Omega defend Tony Khan's honor after the incidents from last week? Go right ahead. But to me, the money, the business, the interest, the value in having the best bout machine return to AEW, it's in building it in that way, in that certain manner. We'll just have to wait and see how that transpires tonight. But presentation, when it comes to entertainment, when it comes to a TV show, when it comes to any theatrical event, which is pro wrestling, which is sports entertainment, which is AEW, presentation matters, and it matters a lot. And we've got one of the best AEW World Champions of all time making their return to AEW TV tonight. Let your fans, your diehards who already know this, as well as the casual fan base tuning in, the very small amount that is, know that this is a fact. Kenny Omega is one of the biggest stars in AEW, period. So with that said, what are your thoughts? What are you expecting from Kenny Omega and his return to AEW? What do you want him to do? Who do you want him to confront? What matches are you expecting from him at Double or Nothing and then at Forbidden Door? Leave your thoughts, comments, and predictions in the comment section below. With that said, my name is Alexis Carrillo. This has been Wrestling Talk, and I'll see you next time.